Well, you can't talk about England's batting juggernaut, New England, if you will, without talking about Old England. And more importantly, the demise of Old England. Time of death, 9th of March 2015. Bangladesh winning their World Cup clash by 15 runs as England failed to chase 275. The very next game, notwithstanding an abandoned game against Ireland that only lasted 18 overs, England had a new coach, a new team, and a new mindset put in place by Eoin Morgan. His mantra, in short, go hard or go home. At Edgbaston against New Zealand, England bat first, but get off to the worst possible start. Jason Roy, in his second game, gets a first baller, carving a wide ball straight to backward point. Should he not have played himself in? To quote Wolf of Wall Street, absolutely fucking not. England just kept going. Root made 104 off 78, Morgan 50 off 46, and just when they were in trouble at 202 for 6, they went even harder. Butler smashed 129 off 77, and Adil Rashid contributed 69 off 50, all for Liam Plunkett in his first game in over 4 years to smash 13 off 3 and take England into the promised land of 408 for 3. Fast forward a year, and Morgan's blueprint was well on its way into making England into the destructive beasts we know today. And in 2016, they made history. England won the toss, batted first at Trent Bridge, and smelled blood. Roy missed out once again, but Alex Hales did not, and saw red, or should I say white, and smashed an England record 171 off 122 balls, with a cool 85 off 86 from Joe Root as company. When they both fell, England were 283 for 3 off 38 overs, and needed 161 runs in just 12 overs to take the record. Never going to happen. Well, that is without Just Bottler, obviously, who smashed 90 off 51, along with Morgan's 27 ball 57, to take the record with a 4 off the last ball of the innings by 1 run. Now, we come to 2018. In my opinion, England's best ever team. Yes, 2019 take the plaudits, but smashing Australia 9 times in 10 attempts? Well, that's always going to have a soft spot in my heart. And it was Trent Bridge again against Australia's second-choice seam attack, led by their temporary captain, that was England's coup de grace. 100 partnership brought up in 13.3 overs, 200 brought up in 24 overs, Held and Bairstow massive centuries striking above 150, with another cameo worth 67 from Morgan. England was so worried about Joe Root would ruin their momentum, he was sent in at 7. Australia were pulverised, but it could have been much worse. England only scored 31 for 3, where have I seen that before, in the last 4 overs, after a mini collapse. Now, 2019, the forgotten 400. This was a ridiculously high-scoring series, and this innings was the Jos Buttler show. When is it not? He came in at 165 for 3 after 50s from Bairstow and Hales, and with support from Morgan's 103 off 88, smashed 150 off 77 balls, including 12 sixes, to power England to 418 for 6. Their first ever 400 that didn't improve their highest score. West Indies gave the chase a good go thanks to Gale's 162, but it was always just out of reach. That brings us to 2022 under perfect conditions. Strong batting lineup, an absolute belter, and second-choice associate bowlers were always asking for trouble. Big trouble. Jason Roy failed again, good omen, and Sultan Milan eased to crisp centuries at just over a run a ball. England fans thought the 500 dream was behind them. They were playing well, but not well enough. That was until that man, Jos Buttler, again entered the crease and hit a scarcely believable 14 sixes on his way to 162 off 70. With England 4-man Liam Livingstone hitting 66 off just 22 balls. The equation was this: 12 runs needed for 500, 2 balls remaining. Snater bowls. Livingstone clubs it into the leg side, but the wind blows just enough. 1 bounce 4. A 6 to finish meant England finished on 498 for 4. A new record, but agonisingly short of not just history, but legend. That particular weight goes on.